Very nice. And last question I have for you, can't let you get away without asking about Conor McGregor. He was, counter-programming you this evening with his Q&A over there. Some of the comments he made, I don't know if you had a chance to see, but on Instagram, he put a pretty strong post that included F the UFC in there. He said that, his next fight is going to be in a boxing ring, and he'll do it with you or without you. Would love you to be on board. Just curious what you think of his comments.
I didn't hear all that. Hey, listen, when you're about to go on, and do a pay-per-view that you're charging people $5 to listen to you talk, I'm sure you got to say some pretty crazy shit. All right. You know how I feel about Conor. I've always shown Conor nothing but respect. And if he wants to go down that road with us, let me tell you, it'll be an epic fall.
As a follow-up, do you anticipate it going there?
I don't know. It's not up to me.
Has there been any advancement or any additional talks from your initial $25 million offer on that fight between Mayweather and Conor?
No.
Not a word?
No.
Do you think it'll happen?
Here's what I think the chances are. About the same as me being the backup quarterback for Brady on Sunday.
You seemed a little bit more, I don't know, you did make an offer, though.
Yeah.
And previously you
because he was full of shit. And he said that he had made an offer which wasn't true. Mm-hmm. So I made a real offer. That was a real offer.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Oh, yeah. I'll be suiting up on Sunday.
And then just quickly, does Masvidal cut the line in the welterweight title picture now with that kind of performance?
Yeah, I mean, he went in and beat a guy who was on a 4-fight win streak. Obviously a fan favorite, and he did it very impressively. So if he fought like that all the time, I've been saying that about Masvidal for a very long time. He gets in there, he has all the tools, he has all the talent, but he doesn't pull the trigger. Tonight, he pulled the trigger, and you saw the results. The attendance was 13,233. The gate was 1,020,434. We're giving out 4 performance bonuses tonight. Jason Knight, Francis, Jorge Masvidal, and Shevchenko. Congratulations, they all won $50,000. Hear that, big guy? $50,000. And I just want to point out that Lee and Bobby Nash was so hard to. I thought that was fight of the night. That fight was ridiculous. I'm gonna give those guys a little something too. So I love that fight. I love Denver. Denver's awesome. Every time we come to Denver, man, it's amazing. The crowd here is incredible. It's on Big Fox and do over $1 million gate, and I love this city. I love coming back here, even though it's cold. You guys have any questions?
Yeah, Dana, let's start out with your thoughts on the main event. I mean, I think, a lot of people thought this was a good fight. I don't think anybody saw Shevchenko winning by submission. But
nobody.
Give us your thoughts on her performance. And also, I know you don't normally match make, but since you brought Nunes in, we know that's the title fight next. Do you have a targeted date in mind when it might happen?
Yeah, this is one of those sports where you never know what's going to happen. I mean, I don't know what you guys thought, but I thought if the fight was standing, Shevchenko wins all day. If it goes to the ground, Juliana Pena is going to submit her or ground and pound her or something. You never know. Shevchenko proved us all wrong that she is a very well-rounded mixed martial artist and she's ready for a title fight. And stylistically, I think it's a very fun fight with these two.
Any idea?
I don't know when. I'll get home and figure it out.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Dana, the champ Nunes spoke to the press earlier, and she mentioned she'd like to rise up to maybe 145 and fight Holly Holm, but...
Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Let's defend the title first. You know what I mean? Let her defend her title first. She hasn't defended her title. Everybody wants to jump around these days. We got to start pumping the brakes around here. She wins a few in a row, and she wants to. And with what's going on with Cyborg right now, I don't know if I literally, this whole time I didn't want to do it. I did it, and now here we are in this position. So we'll see what happens.
Dana, can you give your thoughts on Cowboy and Masvidal? Because it happened right in front of you, the end of the first round.
I picked up the phone and I called production and said, "Was that correct? Was that a correct? Was it the end of the round? It wasn't. It wasn't the end of the round. He stopped it early, but not to to defend Herb Dean. It was so loud in that arena. I didn't hear it either. Maybe you guys heard it. You're sitting closer to it, but I didn't hear it.
So you're okay with it continuing then?
It is what it is. Mistakes are going to happen, and it's one of the. Listen, I hate when Cowboy does this. He's got 4 wins at welterweight, and he wants to fight back to back like this. But that's who this kid is. That's what he wants to do. It is what it is. Now Masvidal never pulls the trigger. This kid, incredibly super talented. If he fought all the time like he fights tonight, he'll be a world champion.
Very nice. Quickly, obviously you gave him $50,000, so you must have been impressed with Francis Ngannou, but it sounds like you're high on him. You think he can be a future champion. How fast do you think he can get there? Because, he is still so young in his career.
I know. He is young in his career. It's one of those tough decisions when you have a guy that's this talented and this just freakish. You know what I mean? The guy's a monster, and I'm really high on him. I think he's the future. The question is, I don't know if we've ever had a heavyweight that's been as big as this guy is. A heavyweight champion, you know what I mean? A heavyweight champion who is as physically imposing and scary as this guy is. And I love his story. He's got a great story. I think he's the future. So we'll see what happens.